Hey guys, welcome back to Taheton County. This is going to be episode number 6 of our Taheton County series here with lazy modding. So hopefully you all are enjoying it so far. This will be the third and final episode of Harvest, no matter where we get. I'm ready to move on from Harvest, but I have not had a whole lot of time to sit down and play on the save. But I've made the call that I'm not going to stretch Harvest out any farther. It will be our final video with harvesting. I doubt I actually show the end of Harvest on the video, just because there's still quite a bit to get done. But the next episode, as we head into winter, I'll talk about Harvest, as far as, yield and everything kind of goes on that end of the spectrum. So I think y'all are just getting tired of Harvest, and kind of so am I. I'm not, if y'all watch the live streams ever, y'all know that I kind of play on a little bit of a larger map majority of the time over on Spring Creek. So trying to get back used to playing a little bit something smaller, and just taking forever on stuff is not my forte currently, but we'll get there. Those beans are just gonna stay there. The header cannot physically get those. But anyway, we're gonna do that today. I'm gonna try to play this a little bit smart so I don't end up getting caught halfway through the field with a loaded take of beans here. Right now I'm just trying to get a section leveled off so we have something to focus on as far as cutting wise goes, because it's always the hardest thing for me is just finding the area that I actually want to go and do the harvest in. So we're gonna be running at a 270, so actually a 90 degree heading today. Also guys, I know I've had a couple of you guys kind of message me about how I have my joystick and everything kind of set up. If y'all are curious about that, let me know in the comments and I can do a video over it to kind of show you guys how I have my setup. Something like that. I know it helps a lot whenever people will show their setups on how they have it set up and stuff. So let me know if that's something that would interest you guys. I don't know how many people actually play the steering wheel and a joystick. Pretty much everything that you're seeing me do here, I am mainly controlling, other than steering and acceleration and braking, via my joystick. So all the GPS functions, lowering, raising of the header, on and off, all that is done by, I have it all mapped out to my joystick. So if that's something that would interest you guys, just leave a comment, let me know, and I can get that in the books. So I need to find something to do a tutorial on anyway. It's about that time that I figure out something new to do. So anyway, we're gonna keep harvesting on these insanely yielding beans. 147.6 bushels an acre. That is some very impressive beans. So we're actually gonna go and try to get this headland cut a little bit wider here. Just kind of tight to turn right now, and the ditch bank's not, or the contour bank's not really helping me out a whole lot. So I will be ready for harvest to be over, though. I cannot lie. Being a beef farmer and poultry growing up, never really did a whole lot of harvest. So especially, if we did anything, it'd be small like this, but I also am not from Iowa, so yeah, so I don't mind it. Just doing it consistently gets a little tiresome, especially whenever I can go to my other save and I have two S780s that will just eat through beans. So that's what you get for having a red combine, I guess. But So that's kind of the plan here. We're just gonna record this. You know, I might time lapse a little bit. You know, just depends. I very much don't necessarily like if I do time lapse something. There's a high chance I'll still talk through it, and then it's like, oh well, that's not actually really needed inside the game. Man. So, yeah, we'll see. So, what I really wish is there was a way that I could, you know, be still doing my harvesting, but have like, you know, a different camera or something out, because I'm not using Courseplay, so it's hard for me to act like the camera per se. So, we'll see. This field, I feel like this field would be really hard for Courseplay to navigate anyway, just due to, you know, how it is. So, but so we're just gonna keep knocking out some beans here. You know, I much enjoy corn harvest in FS a lot more than bean harvest, and I think that would go for me in real life too. Yeah, so I'll enjoy this harvest a little bit more next year. There's just a lot of beans, there's a solid chance that honestly we might cut this field up into a couple other fields, instead of just having one giant field. That would probably work better on efficiency scale. So we can kind of diversify our operation a little bit with a couple different crops instead of just being, you know, mainly corn or mainly beans this year. You know, because you don't see a whole lot of operations that stick just to one type, and we don't really have like we pretty much have just this field. This is pretty much all we have, so it's kind of I think it'd be a wise move to, you know, separate the field up just a little bit, you know, not make 10,000 different fields out of it, but be able to, you know, cut it up a little bit, make it a little bit more manageable anyway. So while we're up here by the truck, I'm just going to go ahead and throw our auger out. I think I hit the right button. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. I did hit the right button. It just took it a minute. I also have that button mapped to my joystick as well, so we're just gonna dump in that truck. We're currently sitting about 1,900 bushels in the grain bin. That was from the end of last episode. That went in the night. We dumped that and we called it an episode. So, but we'll see. So, also, for you guys that don't follow along on like the community feed or like the post feed, whatever YouTube calls it, I did put a poll out, just curious about like how long you guys would like the video, and I was honestly surprised to see how many of y'all actually wanted like a longer video. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna aim for like a 25 to 30 minute video, and I'm just gonna kind of compare the analytics to it, because, you know, I'm a big person that relies on analytics, so like I just want to make sure that, you know, the video is doing how I want it to be doing per se, not just flunking. You know, I heavily rely on the percentage of people that start watching versus the percentage of people that finish the episode. Generally after 30 seconds that levels out pretty quickly, and I think some videos have been like 6%, some have actually been relatively decent on like 20%. So we're gonna do this video, we're gonna make it a little bit longer, like I said, aiming for that, you know, a little bit longer of a standpoint, but we're gonna watch the analytics closely. I'm just a big believer when it comes to numbers. I always have been, probably always will be. So yeah, so you know, I have faith that y'all will show off good when it comes to it. So, and I am not very good at getting all the beans. I missed some right there. I wonder if the GPS is just a little bit too wide. It's kind of close on this end, but I'm really hoping next harvest that we can go up to like a STS series combine, because you know I enjoy green a lot more and get something that's a little bit bigger of a header, a little bit better of a machine. Not that it bothers me that whole lot. Like, I know this happens in real life, but you know, just kind of progress a little bit, which I don't know how much we'll have at the end of the year. But we'll see. So since GPS has us real quick, so right now we have 69,325 liters of beans, which is like 1,900 bushels. Right now it's estimated at like 78,484. And in July of next year, there'll be $22,227 for 1,000 bushel or 1,000 liters, and then $150,000 worth of beans. So we could probably get a smaller, smaller STS for that. And I mean, we'll probably triple that number by the time we're actually done with all this here. So I'm actually going to go knock out another round on this headland too, just so there's a little bit more room. So we'll see. We might end up, I'd like to get a grain cart at some point, just so, I can set it up with auto driving and just have it do its thing in the field, so I don't have to stop all the time. But I'm also only by myself, so grain cart works well whenever you're on a bigger farm or you have multiplayer. So I think GPS might be off just a tad. It might be a little bit too wide. So what I'm going to do is actually bring it down just a tad. That way, so then we're not missing a whole lot of beans, because it seemed like every couple rows there'd be a little bit of some miss. So this should, that's a little bit better. We're still right on the edge, but I think that's the motion effects. So, which is weird for this being a base game. It must just be the beans. Man, that is a turn now on that bank. Good 90. I'm really contemplating harvesting this the other way, just so it's like, not having to go up the sides of or the contours all the time. I think that might be a better move. So we're just going to go back to our navigation menu, and we are going to take this and rotate it 90 degrees. I think that did the trick. Yep. It did. So I am nowhere near close to the green line currently. We'll just let auto drive do that as we back up, and we'll let it rip. I think our passes will be longer this way anyway, so a little bit more efficient. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep chugging along. Still averaging about 147 bushels an acre, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're just gonna keep kind of chugging along here. We still got quite a bit of beans to get through. There's a lot left in this field. Like I said, majority of that won't be. We won't actually be showing on the video, just because it'd be, if I showed everything, it'd be like 3 hours long on the video, and I don't want to edit that nor have to upload that. So this one will be fun enough to upload. So How are we doing as far as... Oh, I must have hit that button. I thought I folded that in. Yeah, I think it's just the motion effects are just weird on that end. Also, the header is sitting extremely high. Oh well, I don't have header control, so... Nor do I honestly want it. So we'll just flip around here and... go and do another pass here. It's pretty nice, I gotta say. If y'all have the funds or you have that joystick, I recommend setting it up. It will, if you guys do your combine harvest like by yourself, it will make it much more enjoyable. And then having to, especially if you have a wheel, so then you're not having to like reach the keyboard all the time. Pretty nice. So like, I mean, just be able to come around the ends and just lift it up, raise it, and then, you know, flip around and start it all over again makes it a little bit more efficient than having to reach for the keyboard all the time. So, because it's just lower, activate GPS, and then hit your cruise control button, which that's what I have on the joystick. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but yeah, so I think we're going to time lapse through until the combine's full here, or just cut there. I don't know which yet, but we'll see you guys then. Alright, so we got the combine full there. It didn't take very long. So we're just going to swing up here and empty it out in the truck. The auger is right there. Try not to hit the truck here. Yeah, that's tight. So then we'll just put that there, and then once that's full, we'll go empty the truck, because we can't fit a third load in there once ever it's actually emptied. Actually, I think we probably could. So we got that little area finished up. So now we're kind of onto a little bit of a bigger area of the field here. The thing I'm going to do is just cut this little corner off, then we'll deal with this. Or we'll probably actually go up and take out this corner here. And then we'll probably just try to get lined up with this end here and just go up and down from there. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of these types of fields. I'd much rather work in like these fields. But you know, we'll get by with what we got here. So, yeah. So I think that's what we're gonna do there. So we just went and got a little bit of a different area kind of opened up. Already went and got a combine load here that we're gonna just go and dump it in the truck real quick, and then get back to it. So this will be third dump of the day. Might end up moving that truck a little bit closer. But we only got one dump left, so just be probably wiser just to keep it there, then reposition it whenever we come back and get the rest of these knocked out. So yeah, we're just knocking out just a little bit of a kind of just a loop, I would call it, off this field over here, just to try to get done. It's working out so okay so far. So alright, so not a full grain tank, but I don't think we have room on this truck for a full grain tank anyway. So we're just gonna dump it, and then we'll take this truck and put it into silo, and then we'll continue on to where we were. Oh yeah, be full load finally. So once that's done, we'll shut the combine off so we don't waste any fuel. Yeah, man, we only need like half a grain tank. So we got our Volvo full here. So we're just gonna take it and dump it. Man, the field really looks sketchy just from bouncing around all different directions. So we got our little case tractor over here on our auger. We'll have to fire that up before we can do anything, but we'll back up fairly close. This is a lot easier backing up at night than it is during the day. Holy cow! Or a lot easier backing up now than it is at night, to where you can actually see things instead of just guessing. I don't know how the auger got moved so much. It's also not shifting. Oh, there it goes. I'm curious to see if... There we go. Perfect. Works out perfect there. So we got that lined up. Tractor is started now. Just gonna back the truck up easily over the pit here, or the bucket. Sometimes it pops open down below, sometimes it don't. So, but yeah, so we're unloading there. That will hopefully... I was having capacity questions on this tank, so I'm kind of curious on the capacity of it. So far, so good. Because whenever I went in here to go and build the said tank, I think it's a 3604. It said it had like 2,753 bushels of capacity. I'm like, oh no. But the problem is none of these get bigger, so I don't actually know where we sit on capacity, but we will find out pretty soon. So that's always fun to figure out. So anyway, we got the GPS set up on the combine to go up and down this way, which I think we'll just carry and go this way and just get this finished. That will be quite a bit of the field. The rest of everything's just going to be a little bit of scraggling around and getting things kind of cleaned up. When we get to sell it, we are finally above 200 grand. So at a full truckload, we're adding on about $50,000 in future income, which is not bad. So try not to go in the ditch there, and then we'll come over here and we'll pull out what is left in the combine. Oops. Left on the combine as of the moment. You just start the combine up, so we'll actually empty out, and then we'll take the Volvo and park it a little bit closer so we're not having to drive so far to empty the combine out every time, especially on them passes, because we'll be getting like half the combine full on each of the passes. So but yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to try to hire a worker, and just get some scenic shots or whatever they want to be called. But yeah, so enjoy. So we are dumping off into the truck here, and then we're gonna go and work a little bit more on the headland here, so it's a little bit easier for the combine to get around and not have to constantly avoid things. I noticed it quite a bit with a hired helper. Whenever I was doing the kind of like the drone cinematic look stuff. That it was struggling along the edges anyway, to get everything. So I'm just kind of going in and getting the headlands done a little bit. I doubt I really use the hired helper a whole lot, but having nice headlands done anyway is a game changer. So yeah. So hopefully y'all are having a great Sunday. It is very cold and it is very dreary right now, where I'm at, and it's just not very enjoyable. It's kind of one of those days that makes your body cold just thinking about it. And I finally broke down and turned the heater on. It got down to like 60 in the apartment, and I was like, yeah, I can't really do that a whole lot anymore. So I broke down and turned the heater on for the first time this year. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself. Held out to the end of October. There were some cold days, but today was the day that, finally decided, oh, we'll turn it on, which I think it's only ran for like 20 minutes. But still, it's like, it's kind of getting to that time of year to where it's getting pretty chilly. So, but yeah, so I think we're gonna just kind of start wrapping the video up a little bit. If you guys haven't yet, do hit that like and subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. Like I said earlier in the video, I really do watch the impressions a lot, and that does include likes and everything. So every time y'all like the video or subscribe, it definitely helps me out a lot. I've noticed the big differences between people liking videos and then videos that don't get a whole lot of likes. And you wouldn't believe me when I say there's a fairly decent size like change as far as engagement goes on videos and stuff when that happens. So every time you guys can, please do hit that like button. And if you guys don't mind, drop a comment. It was just something random. It doesn't have to be anything specific. Just just drop something random for engagement purposes. So whatever y'all feel like. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully y'all are having a great day so far. I'm sure that by the time this video gets actually out and done, it'll be even later. I am trying to figure out exactly how I want to go about uploading the video. So that's going to be another thing I'll have to process in my mind, but we'll get there. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. So if anything, we might go sit in faster parking lot somewhere on campus and upload it real quick. But yeah, so like I said, hopefully y'all are having a great evening. Just chilling. We are getting closer and closer to being done with bean harvest. Like I mentioned earlier, I will update y'all on like the overall bean harvest statistics after we're done actually truly harvesting everything. We got what we have left in this field, and we have a really tiny field that's kind of adjacent to this field that won't take any time to knock out. But this field, it's going to take a minute to knock out. I just did not want to do 4 episodes on harvesting. Honestly, 3's too much in my opinion, but I didn't want to not wrap up the videos. So like midweek, I kind of just felt like I kind of left it hanging there, because I was planning on doing another video and then didn't get around to it Saturday. So then we're doing it here this Sunday afternoon. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy it, do hit that like button. If you guys aren't yet, do hit that subscribe button. So we're going to be just finishing up here. We'll probably be pretty close to 100% full at the end of this row here. Then once we dump this combine off, we will call it a day. So it'll be right about an hour of footage recorded. So that should be easy to shrink down into a 20-30 minute video. And like I said, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anything we should change, anything like that. So but yeah, so we'll be a little short, but we'll call it there. I will have this wrapped up. We probably won't drop a midweek video, just because my week's pretty busy, with several things happening. Uh, so it'll just be easier for me to wait until the weekend, and then I can drop another bigger video over the weekend and do it that way. So plus that gives me a little bit more time to finish the harvest anyway. I don't think it'll take terribly long. It's just not going to be instantaneous, unfortunately. So we're going to go and empty out another truck here. Yeah, okay, I did put the auger back in. So I can't remember if I did or not. So we're going to empty out here. I'll be pretty close to 1,000 bushels harvested today between the previous load and then this one. So not bad progress at all. But as this guy is unloading, guys, I do appreciate you guys watching. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. I think that's like the 4th or 5th time I've said it. But it really does matter whenever you guys do hit those buttons. Videos, that can be what makes or breaks videos. So thank you all to those that do hit that like button, and those that are subscribed. It does mean a lot. If you guys haven't yet, I do recommend it. Other than that, we're going to sign off for the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch y'all next time. Have a good one, and next time I'll see you guys will be November. So enjoy the rest of October.